Close enough, and we are off. 3, 2, 1 pills.
All right, and both of our players are off. What I can see already is that they've already going for the combos, as we were talking about that earlier. Just
Absolutely.
cannot wait to get all of that going on.
Yeah, he wanted to get column 3 open. He's got access to viruses down in that lower left-hand corner. JonDatFlindo is going to really need to focus columns 1, 2, 3, and 4. That entire left side really wants to start opening that board up. Looks like he's getting a little bit of unfavorable RNG. He is trying to drill down to at least get something going here. Meanwhile, with 16 viruses, Dave Smith here at the 42nd mark, playing pretty well. Having limited access to blue is handcuffing.
Oh yeah, definitely. But Flinda doesn't need really yellow, and that's exactly what's been the story of the board so far. Just getting handed quite a few yellows and not really having the place to use both sides, and even so far as to getting a bit of misdrops here and there.
I like the setup by John. Throw things down. He's free and clear at this point. He really just needs to focus on that blue on row 3, but that's tertiary at this point, as he can now get through that horizontally, and it's like he's going to go ahead and elect vertical here. But Dave Smith first out at about a minute 31, as he is into 7 first there, as Flindo out at 1 minute 38.
Yeah, it's still quite early, but and you want to just keep it as close as possible to your opponent. As we see Flindo with a lot of red on the board, it's quite paired, but it still requires for Doctor to perhaps give him one of those red surges that we usually don't want, but this is one of those times where you are hoping for it.
And just to point out a little earlier, we saw an impressive swimming move there from JonDatFlindo, clearing out a couple of blues over in column 1, completely opening up that left side now. But that left side, all reds, just really dire for John right now. Really wanting to start getting rid of, or chipping down rather, on column 7 and 8. But 17-17 here. But a huge combo by Dave Smith puts him at 11.
Yeah, it's one of those situations that happens with Dave Smith is that it seems like he's behind for a good chunk of a level, and then all of a sudden he just brings down a massive combo, and it's quite the 180 on what's happening.
Seven to 6 here. It would help if I looked at the live feed instead of the Twitch feed, as I'm used to doing. Uh, we've got 5-3 now here. All reds for John, all yellows for Dave, as we cross over into the 3-minute territory here. These players just getting absolutely hammered by bad RNG. Dave down to his final one. John just needing 2 reds, and he's going to be out first, 324. As Dave continues to wait for yellows, he's going to get them and be out at 329. So even here halfway through.
Yeah, pretty even, but RNG just putting his little naughty hands at play there by deciding who's out of level 8 just by sheer force of not giving the players what they need.
John was very blue-yellow heavy on that right side. Really made some nice sequences to get that down. We're seeing Dave Smith having to get creative. He's going to have to make some interesting decisions on that bottom row as he's clearing out that couple of viruses there horizontally. He's down to 20. He's got a wide open board. He's got 3 different clusters here. Flindo keeping everything relatively close, but doesn't have much to work with blue-wise, seemingly trying to attack that left side. And he will, and he'll get a nice little combo there into a fat log. You love seeing things like that.
Oh yeah, definitely, and he was very aware of that fat log happening. He was set up for it, was just waiting for the right pills to try and minimize whatever garbage he was going to get.
See John struggling there on that right side, just has 2 blue viruses, doesn't really have great access to them. So blue, not helpful, but this horizontal clear, incredibly helpful. And another double and another double. So 6 viruses off the board and 3 pills. Great play there from Flindo as Dave Smith here building a couple of spires and then just having to deal with blue all over that bottom right area.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Dave at this point doesn't have a great way of going for that blue virus. I think he was trying to open up some stuff there in order to be able to get whatever blues were incoming. And finally manages to open it up. He's gonna be out first at the 523.
Flindo had an interesting strategy here. He had that double red, threw it away. He could have stacked it on top of those and he'd have been out of level 8. Instead, just trying to get this out at a 536. He's going to have to fight a 12 virus deficit here on the last level.
Yeah, at that point, just Lindo had to make a decision as to what pills could seem that would be coming his way, and it seems like it was the wrong decision. However, he was out still at a good time.
See John setting up a huge combo here. He's just waiting for something blue to fire it off. He says, "I'll take that garbage." Setting everything up beautifully. He's got a lightning bolt now, blue red if he wants it. He's going to start working on this right side now. Some double blues here, huge. He's going to start opening up the board, just taking a couple of easy doubles. He's trying to narrow that gap here. That's going to be a huge drop time though this late in the game.
Yeah, and I think he wanted to just have it drop on the next column, but unfortunately he had to take all of that drop time. That's given Dave the time to just continue going through this level 9, and it's just a run at this point where Dave has the advantage by 4 viruses.
Flindo's starting to work here. He's now out of blues. That spire's really going to slow him down. He's really got to start addressing the top of that, and he is doing so. Here he's down to 6, but Dave down to 2, just needing 3 blues, and he will be out. And that double blue is going to seal it there at a 706. A great run here from JonDatFlindo, but it will be Dave Smith taking game number 1.
Yeah, Flint's gonna be out just 10 seconds too late. Not completely the fault of that big drop, but that definitely ate a couple of those seconds that he needed. So it's going to be game number 1 for DaveSmithSays.
And you see that drop time wasn't a huge factor. It probably would have made it a 5-second game rather than a 10-second game. But when you have such a high drop from such a high elevation down to one of the lowest elevations, you just see the clock tick away, and there's nothing you can.
Yeah, from time to time it's good to have that drop time, but so long it instead of calming you down or giving you the time to just relax your thoughts, it really just eats up at you.
All
All
right,
right, and
we've
we have
got readies
readies.
from our players.
Yep.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
All right.
And the Coke from the Coca-Cola from your country is better than mine.
Okay.
So
All right. Okay, and we're off.
we've got pills here, and our players off down to already 25 for JonDatFlindo as he is already making quick plays. A nice doubles, dropping that into a horizontal clear. Really just smart thinking on your feet there as John again going to drop that double red down. Keep doing the I'll deal with it later strategy with those stray pills that end up going on your board just from decisions. But a nice combo there. 15 already for JonDatFlindo. We're seeing Dave Smith's board here. A lot of blue he's got to get on that top line, and looks like he's going to start thinking about maybe horizontal on that double red in row 4. He's got 15. JonDatFlindo's got 12, and we're almost a minute in.
And you mentioned that let's just throw it in and wait for it to get solved later. That's been a strategy that actually has been working for players so far, and apparently something that many have been picking up. Just deciding that the garbage is not that bad when you can handle what comes afterwards, and just take it lightly. Don't stress too much about it.
And that's very true. You want to make sure that garbage could either have a use, whether comboing into a clear or just something further down that column. So always good to look towards that bottom of the board and see what happens. Here's JonDatFlindo just hoping for a red here to get out of 6. He's going to be out at a minute 33 and has a pretty good lead over Dave. Dave's struggling a bit here on 6.
Yeah, Dave just slowing down a bit there, but Flinto just getting loaded by the RNG, and once again RNG just showing its little paws, trying to make things harder for our players.
What we do see on Flindo's board, his yellow virus access incredibly scarce right now. He's going to have to start clearing out some other viruses to get down to them, and he will start drilling down on a yellow. Meanwhile, Dave Smith starting 7 here. He's going to have to do a lot of clearing up top. It's a very top-heavy board. He's got some good plays, though. As you see that nice horizontal clear, he's going to get another just simple 1-2 clear there. Already down to 24, already storming back.
Yeah, definitely. As both of our players just going for that big combo game and setting up things. It's a slightly different approach from both of them, but nonetheless, doing really good work so far on this level 7.
See Dave working with that garbage up top. He's going to drop a little bit of a yellow half pill down, and he's just really playing incredibly well. Beginning a little bit of questionable RNG. He's down to 13, but John, we see Flindo already down to single digits.
Yeah, he's on single digits. However, he needs very specific pills. Gets the blue red, that's going to clear everything and open up that last blue virus. So, yeah, he was just waiting for some blue to appear, and oh, he got a lot of pills that has at least one half with it, as he's gonna be out at 314.
And speaking of pie, you'll be seeing one of our players get pied in the face in Phoenix. Maybe getting a little bit ahead of myself here, but Dave Smith working out here, going to clear out double Y's, getting most of row 1 out. He's out at a 333 here. It is about an 8 virus advantage here for Flindo with that nice tuck play, getting 3 reds horizontally.
Yeah, I mean, when you have them on the board, it's not always easy to figure out a way to take them out when they are so high up. But when you have the right RNG, I mean, let's go for it.
And when you're doing those inside clears, especially when you're a newer player, you don't usually see those because you're just kind of trained to just clear whatever's on top of the board. And you just, and especially from that Tetris mentality where you're not really looking to clear specific things out, you're just looking to clear out whole rows. So you don't really try to pay attention to that lower level. Whereas in Dr. Mario, it's one of the more paramount strategies.
Oh, definitely. And I'm loving all I'm seeing in this level 8 from Flynn. Really just clearing things the right way around, just not delaying what he's doing, using the right pills for things. I'm just I'm enjoying this very much.
You see here, Flindo is going to be absolutely going for that red horizontal first, and he's hoping to drop down. Oh, he cleared out that. He cleared out the garbage. That's going to allow Dave Smith here to be out at a 501, but at a 503, 504, kind of ticked over right there. Both these players dead even in a level 9. Dave Smith looking to put this away. JonDatFlindo looking to force a game 3.
I mean, that it looked like Flynn had a bit of an advantage after those level 7, 6 and 7, but on 8, just Dave sneakily getting back into the game once again.
31 to 34 here. Again, a bit of a virus advantage for Flindo. He's just got to get a little bit better finishing sequence here, and he could see himself forcing that game 3. Meanwhile, Dave Smith really just has a huge cluster on that right side. Not really a lot to work with as far as the left side of the board goes, just everything bunched together. So it'll be interesting to see how he works through this. And you see him doing it here real nicely and efficiently, just starting to clear, just play after play. You like getting pill clears on consecutive plays. It just makes you feel like you're really rocking the board. We'll see if Dave tucks this. And oh, he just went a little far. Not going to have access down to that bottom row unless he clears out that red in column 2.
Yeah, he's gonna have to wait, and unfortunately, on his right side, he has a lot of of yellow, but he doesn't blink an eye and just goes for it, even though it left a bit of garbage because he got the right pills after that.
And you see John here. John's in a very dire situation as well.
Oh,
Ooh, very much in danger of topping out. Topping out on 9 would just be heartbreaking. Dave Smith down to his final 8 viruses, but he's got to dig through a little bit of a pit here, getting a bit of a lightning bolt. He's down to 7. Flindo really focusing on red here. He's going to get the red. He's just got blue viruses covering anywhere else he really can make a play on, and it's real the RNG really starting to punish him for that. 2 viruses here for Dave, and Dave is going to be out of here, and he's going to be out of here at a 7:07. That's going to put Dave Smith into round 2. Our second consecutive upset. We've had the 12 seed and the 14 seed win here in round 1, and we had the 16 seed take the first match to 3. So very highly competitive Friday so far as we watch JonDatFlindo get these last blues out here. No, he has elected to
yeah.
top out, and
I
two
mean, after that RNG,
painful losses for
yeah.
JonDatFlindo. Played very strongly in both games. But Dave Smith getting the advance here. He'll be going to the second round